I love when a company sees a lens line up hole and then jumps in the spot and their hippo bodies are just taking up space. It's like, you guys weren't gonna make this lens? Well, we did. Well, today, TTArtisan has decided to not do that and instead copy an already legendary 40mm Tony-2 from Nikon. That's a different strategy. Let's see if it pans out.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So right now we're on the Nikon Z6 III with a 24mm Tony 1.4 EF lens in crop mode to replicate a 40mm roughly Tony 2-ish equiv. Would you argue? You wouldn't. My initial impressions when they released this lens and asked me to review it for free, Shilltuber style, I thought, what the hell were you thinking? Like, that Nikon lens is perfection. It's cheap, it's light, it's poppy. What more could you ask? It's vintage, everyone can afford it. Like, there is perfection in a bottle. Whereas like this, okay, I'm sure it's cheaper, and it is. I think it's $169 versus like $220 for the Nikon, so it is significantly less, but it's like same weight. You have an clicky aperture ring. The Nikon doesn't have that, so okay. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I would have done it. So when it comes to build quality, of course, wow, that was fast and wonderful. It does have an aperture ring, whereas the other one does not. So that is cool, it's clicky, it feels good. Focus ring feels nice. Little tiny little lens there. Are you showing any of that? It looks shady. Like, all right, same lens, and now I don't have to buy it because I have this one. TTArtisan is known for some pop. Let us switch to it. TTArtisan is in our hearts and our homes. So I've done a bunch of tests already. I love this lens, and there are some reasons to get it over the Nikon version. I swear there are. So one, it's cheaper, is it not? A noticeable $56 cheaper, and you get a lens hood with it. Whereas the Nikon, I never saw no hood in my package. So like, I don't know, they're both somewhat questionable autofocus, but like, Nikon's reliable. Outside, I go out there, I know I'm gonna be in. Once it has you, it doesn't like hunt around and do weird stuff. It's just, it does overshoot and come back weirdly. That's Nikon's fault, it's not the lens's fault, but side by side with the Nikon 40mm Tony-2, same basic thing. Like, I'm not seeing much of a difference. The Tone maybe, a little different Tone, I bet. Did he do this? Probably not, but whatever. Same rough scene, same LUTs. You're getting the same deal for like less money, pretty reliably autofocusing. It's hard to see on the screen what the Tone looks like, but I do remember the 40mm had weird, strange Tone. It was like shaped vintage, but in a weird way. But outside, like, it looked good. The most interesting difference to me is the lens formula and why they're so different, yet achieving a similar thing. And I want some answers from Dirty Photography Club down below on which would be better in theory. You have the very simple Nikon lens, 6 elements in 4 groups for a 1.5 times pop factor. You want above 1.27, as we saw in 3D Pop College that you just watched a couple days ago. Thank you for thumbing it up. There's no ED elements in the Nikon lens, and what TTArtisan did instead, they took those 6 elements, added 3 others. One of those is an ED glass, which kills your pop, but the only hope is to counterbalance it with more high refractive index elements, and it has 2 of them. And so, like, ideal world, you would have no ED glass. Second best world would be it's at the very front and it's only 1 element, and the best of all worlds, it's counterbalanced by more and more HRI elements. Just imagine ED element very strong, alpha male, he's about to kill you. You need at least 3 midgets to fight the thing. So like, the more the better, obviously. So you have like 25 midgets. You're gonna win. A couple deaths for sure, but like, it's a fair fight. So this lens has pretty abysmal minimal focus distance. It's like one of the worst performance I've seen in a while. Like you love having your macro lens and you're not getting it ever. When it comes to the tone quality, I'm not seeing a whole heck of a lot of swirly tone. Maybe that bottom left is swirling a bit. Are we swirling a tiny touch? Maybe a tiny touch. That's not bad. And are we seeing any sun stars stop down in the Valley of Tun? I'm not sure. I never see it on the screen, and this is the worst sun star test on YouTube, but whatever, we might have some. Let's just go outside. Not bad. Seems a bit overexposed, but whatever. 40 mil is somewhat doable for vlogging. It's a bit tight. It's not my preferred choice, but 28, I dig. Shade compensation. Not bad. The age of ultra wide is stupid. Like you're goofy right here. 16 mil. Subscribe. No one's subscribing. Get a real job. How's the stabilization? Not bad. Nikon's not the best. If this was a much lighter body, that'd be cool. But no one's doing that. Cameras have to be heavy, apparently. We don't want to use the ancient technology from our ancestors and the frozen Antarctica pyramids. You should just use it. Much lighter metals made of air, liquid air. I've seen it. May the autofocus gods bless us this night. Not bad. So let's try to get some slow motion street videography, then do a little 3D pop test. And then, is this really worth buying over the Nikon version? May the autofocus gods bless our hearts this night. It looks a little bright. Why did I wear white? It rhymed. Oh. So are we seeing some pop factor? TTArtisan is known for having some pop in at least some of their lenses. So like, I'm assuming this has it. You copied a 40mm 22 Nikon, that has it. So like, do we still have it? From what I'm seeing so far in my initial tests, the autofocus is, it's interesting. I don't know who to blame. Is it Nikon's fault? Is it Japan or China? I don't know whose war to start here, but something's off a little bit, but it's okay. It'll get you by. As long as there's some pop, there could be at least a reason to get this over the very cheap an affordable Nikon lens. Tonne. We're snappy. That was a little snappy, but whatever. It worked. Did it not? Just testing. Just seeing if this is a lens where I'm like, I like the feel of it. It doesn't have to always be like, oh wow, it's the poppiest thing I've ever seen. Do I enjoy this? Am I pleased to be here? It's a fire. Don't stand in the fire. That's what Satan does. You know, even though Nikon has the worst dynamic range in all of the business, it's unfortunate, but when you actually shoot it, you don't get that perception. Like the math charts show you, oh wow, it has the worst shadow recovery, unusable. But then like you come out here with some red LUTs and it's like, that's pleasing. It looks like more dynamic range. They trick you. And I fell for it. It's not bad, pretty good. We're overexposed as usual. Decent. There's some lighting for you. Window lighting on the left. Something down here pointed up for some reason. I've had a chance to look over all the footage. If you want the Nikon Z mount 40mm Tony 2 without the weird tonne, this is it. I found the difference. It's the more normal looking tonne. So you're out there on the street, you're like, what the hell is that with the Nikon lens? It's all like outlined and weird and vintage. Same thing with their 50mm 1.4. So I was like, I don't know that I'm a fan of that. So we have an advantage and it's cheaper and it comes with the lens hood and the autofocus is somewhat capable most of the time. Sign me up to that deal. I must say this focal length might be perfect for the street videography stuff. Every time I take it out, same with the old Nikon lens, it just looks so good. Like it's just like the perfect framing, just enough background separation. And this is what makes me want a system like this with autofocus. So otherwise I'd go Panasonic with a 300 frames per second, like a 15mm, but then it's all manual focus. You have to stop it down and you're just not gonna get that same magic of like tracking someone coming towards you and the background gets blurrier and blurrier, and if it actually works, which it didn't always, but like that's Nikon is not perfect, but usually I come back with Nikon footage and I'm most inspired by it. It's just like, Canon's amazing, it's just a bit sterile and cartoony type of thing, but as an owner of this lens now, I'm not desiring to go replace it with the 40mm Tony 2 from Nikon. This pretty much appeases that, if not outdoes it, for less money. It was free, for me of course, but if you use my link, there's a code where you get it for free too, I think. Don't quote me on it, but I'm a shill tubing bitch. But that's the difference between TTArtisan and Viltrox. They both send me lenses, I review them, I keep one of them sometimes, and it's the TTArtisan. Not one Viltrox lens have I ever kept here. I'm like, man, I can't wait to shoot on that thing. Love that flat look. So like TTArtisan knows how to do the pop. And they're cheap and light, and China has taken over our country, and just bow. Just bow, that's how they do it. Comes with free chopsticks, I think. So, not bad, not bad. Gonna keep it. Gonna keep it. That might just live on my Nikon for now, because adapter life is weird sometimes. So I am about to buy something new. Might have already bought it. Doesn't matter, I should have just left. Thank you for the Bitcoin. What do you think of the lens? Good? Decent? Buying it? Yes. Codes? Me? Good. Good. Subscribe, sign it.